Okay, I think I need to be honest with you guys. I sort of suffer from this congenital disease and it's been really hard on my life. I think it'd just make it easier if I just go ahead and tell everyone. The disease I'm talking about is leaving everything I do to the last. Now, I definitely understand the appeal of designing rockets and doing all this shit. Like, it's cool, don't get me wrong. But the real fun with rocketry is actually launching. It's one thing to just sit here and play games and, oh, I designed it, oh, I studied that. It's another thing to actually watch these things go. Naturally, that would make you think that I'd be prioritizing my time between launch seasons during the fire ban to actually design, prepare, and be ready. Honestly, it is the biggest sin in engineering to leave things to the last minute. It was so funny, I did the maths. They're actually next to 200 days between the last launch of last year and the first launch of this year. Any smart person would take that 200 days and use them wisely. You'll never be able to guess when I started my prep. Do you want to see what the second biggest sin in engineering is? Behold. Oh my God.
Oh my God! Shit!
Literally, what the hell is going on here? This is ridiculous. I will see you in like 30 minutes when this is all packed up. I didn't even finish cleaning it before the night was up. So now we're down one more day. Don't leave checking all your stuff till the night before, because it's like a whole weekend to get up there, and it's not fun seeing your rocket not launch. It was only at this point I realized I may be in a bit of shit. Me. Now this video isn't going to make much sense unless we all have a basic understanding of how these rockets actually work. All hobby rockets have three major systems. Number one, and the most important, is the propulsion. The propulsion system is what propels the rocket forwards. So this means the motor. If we don't have that, we're not moving anywhere. Always design your rockets around the motor. In this case, we're using the hybrid. Saw him in the last video, know how he works. Just gotta load him in like we are doing here. Next thing we gotta care about is the structure. So this one's pretty simple. Just make something that's strong enough, big enough to hold what you need, and has some fins. Important. And finally, we actually got to get this rocket down safely. So for that, we need parachutes and electronics. If you don't have them and you just shoot a rocket up, it's going to come straight back down. I'm not going to say the word because YouTube will flag me, but we don't want a... The electronics are actually going to measure the air pressure and how the rocket's moving, and then set off the deployment charges when they're ready to go. The deployment charge is just a little bit of gunpowder, and when it goes off, it breaks the rocket open, releasing the parachutes. In the end, it actually didn't turn out too badly. I mean, it's pretty dog shit, like, but it's all right. It'll work. So at this point, I barely looked at anything since last year. But you know what? I take it back. Everything's come together. All that shit I said at the start, prioritizing my time to design, prepare, and be ready. Don't worry about it. Throw it in the bin, because we're on, baby. Okay, for obvious reasons, the launch site has to be far away from Melbourne, which means we have a long drive ahead of us. But before we actually get to Bridgewater to camp the night, we're gonna make a quick pit stop. If you wanna suss out what I get up to at Hanging Rock, could not recommend Tarzan Reborn highly enough. Links to the YouTube and TikTok in the description. For now, it's bedtime. Bright and early, 6 in the morning. I think the site opens up at about 8. If I'm not mistaken. The tree looks very nice. I might go climb it. Of course, I was going to give you a little preview of what happens on the other channel. You should definitely check it out. Anyway, onwards and upwards. We've still got a launch to make. Bang. That's all you need to fly a rocket. May as well do a little walkthrough of what's actually going on here. We got our bottle. As soon as we open the valve, it's gonna flow through this gauge, and this is the main solenoid. It's gonna remotely be controlled. So essentially that's like a switch. When we hit go, the nitrous is gonna flow out to these. We've got a separate solenoid here just in case something wrong happens and we need to dump all the nitrous out. So then we said we had 2 lines. We're gonna connect 1 and 2. Our ignition charge is in there, so these clips are gonna go straight onto. I'll shoot some current and light us up. It's official. Let's go, baby. Separating 1, 2 here and here.
Each way?
You're gonna arm the.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Keen to see it fly.
I am too. And guess what? We're ready to go. First step, get the rocket on the rail. Shit. Then we have to hook up power to the solenoids, connect our fill lines, and of course, switch on the electronics. Hook up the leads that go to the ignition charge. Actually put a bit of pressure in this bottle. Way going up to 900. That's good. Mate, this idiot, is that a good thing? Alright, we'll see what happens next.
Right, this is going to be a hybrid Leonidas rocket Cutherio. It's black, it blends right in with the rail there. This is a hybrid, so we're going to have to do the filling, and then we're looking for a vent. Alright, commencing fill in 3, 2, 1.
Wow, nothing happened. Why is that? You know how I was talking about self-pressurization last time? This is because at standard outdoor temperatures, enough of this liquid actually evaporates to create a layer of high pressure gas. So the long and the short of it is that I have a pretty small solenoid. As a result, if there's too much pressure in the system, it'll actually force the valve shut. Now I've run into this issue before, but when I did last time, it was a 35-degree day. The weather was forecasted for 20, so you know what? I assumed we'd be all good. Have you ever heard that expression, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me? Well, here we are. So my 2 options are cool the bottle down or get stronger solenoids. Let's try number 1. Dumped about 5 liters of water in there. See if it cools down. I hope so. Well, the water and the bottle were kind of at the same temperature. So to put it politely, it did all to change it.
3, 2, 1.
I thank my lucky stars that the hybrid propulsion guru, Troy, came in to save the day. He lent me his solenoids that can pump nitrous at much higher pressure. So we gave it a test run. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And now everything's in order. Let's go, baby.
Alright, well, we're going to try again on Leonidas rocket Cutherio. So we're filling now, looking for a vent on the right hand side, halfway up the rocket. Got a vent, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, turns out you can't cheat your way to success in rocketry. Lucky you have me here to figure that one out for you guys. F***ing idiot. You might be asking yourself, what went wrong? To be honest, I don't know. Didn't get hot enough quick enough. Maybe the ignition charge was old and bad. On the bright side, there is some time before the next launch, so this motor is definitely getting tested before then. Like and subscribe if you want to find out what happens next.